I never believed in haunted objects. But the night I brought that old mirror home, everything changed. I found it at an estate sale. Tall, elegant, wrapped in years of dust. Its gold frame was cracked and cold to the touch. Something about it felt wrong. But I still hung it on the wall across from my bed. I liked how it made my room look bigger. That first night I woke at 3 a.m. to a deep, unnatural chill. My eyes adjusted to the darkness. That's when I noticed something that made my blood freeze. My reflection wasn't moving. I blinked. It should have raised its head as I did. It didn't. It just stared at me, then slowly tilted its head and smiled. My body locked up. I couldn't even scream. Morning came like a mercy. I convinced myself it was a nightmare, but I avoided looking at the mirror for too long after that. The second night, the mirror began to glow softly. A pale light leaked from its edges. Then, in a whisper like cold breath on my ear, I heard it say my name. "Come closer." I froze. The voice didn't come from my room. It came from the mirror. The next few days got worse. When I walked past it, I saw things that weren't there. A pale woman standing behind me, hair covering her face, her mouth twisted too wide. She vanished every time I turned around. By the fourth night, the whispers grew louder. "You don't belong here," it hissed. "Let me out." I panicked and threw a blanket over the mirror. But at 3 a.m., the blanket began to move. Something inside pressed against it. I heard the faint sound of glass creaking, cracking. When I finally turned on the light, the mirror had fractured like a spider web. Through the cracks, I saw hands, long, bony fingers pressing from the other side. My reflection was gone. In its place was the woman. She was smiling. The blanket slid off the mirror on its own. Then she stepped out. Her movements were wrong, jerky, broken, like a puppet pulled by invisible strings. The temperature in the room plummeted. My breath fogged in the air. I stumbled back, but she crawled closer, her head twisting at impossible angles. She leaned in close to my ear and whispered, "Now we switch." She lunged. Everything after that is blurry. Cold hands around my throat, the sound of shattering glass, and my heartbeat pounding like a drum. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my bed anymore. I was inside the mirror. The woman, now wearing my face, stood outside looking at me the way I once looked at her. She tilted her head and smiled. Then she walked out of my room, leaving me trapped in this cold, silent world of glass. Now I whisper too. If you ever buy an old mirror, don't hang it across from your bed. If it speaks to you, don't answer. Because once it does, it doesn't stop.